Nerd Herd crew, talking movies and games, yeah, we've got the view. Theme parks calling with that thrill seeker vibe, vacations planned and our geek hearts thrive. We're the Nerd Herd, loud and proud, geeking out we draw a crowd. From cruises to consoles and everything rad, we live in the dream in our nerdy pad. Lightsabers clash and controllers click, Marvel debates and board game tricks, Disney rides and coasters scream, living life like a nerdy dream. We're the Nerd Herd, loud and proud, geeking out we draw a crowd. From cruises to consoles and everything rad, we live in the dream in our nerdy pad.
That was a premature ending tonight. I wonder why sometimes it does that. But good evening, everybody. Happy Sunday, and welcome to the Nerd Herd. I am Zach from Coker Culture. For those of you that may be new to us or tuning in from one of the other guys' channels, and this is your first time visiting the Nerd Herd, but good evening, and thank you to everybody that is tuning in via the replay later on. If you couldn't make it tonight, please drop a comment down below and let us know that you stopped by. And thank you to those listening to us on Spotify. For those of you following the actual Nerd Herd podcast, where we release these episodes on Spotify every Tuesday. So without further ado, let me go ahead and bring up my co-hosts, the folks that most of y'all are probably here to see. So first is our spring break baddie. There he is. Oh, look at that smolder.
I tried something different, I guess. Hello, everybody. Welcome in.
And we finally changed our sign this week. Our sign got changed.
Finally, because I had a live stream last Friday, so the sign did change. It was supposed to change again, but I didn't get around to recording that content. So
hey, we'll have to see if the Cam Fam changed their sign as well here. And that's a shout out there. Make sure you follow us over to the Cam Fam as soon as we are done here at the bottom of the hour. They will start up over there at 8 o'clock God's time. That is the Eastern Standard Time. And then that, of course, would be 7 o'clock for those of y'all in Central Time. And then, of course, it would not be the Nerd Herd without Mr. Tryhard himself.
What's up, everybody? Oh, my goodness.
I jump scared y'all with Jason.
You cut me off. Hey, I changed my background a little bit too for tonight. So
we've got Hogwarts Castle Inception here. We got a picture of the castle. It's behind us, but it's also on the screen there.
Yeah, that's cool.
You see?
It's huge. It's giant. We also got is that a dragon egg we got back there too?
How to Train Your Dragon, little homage, little Nintendo mystery box with the drag. That is an actual Game of Thrones dragon egg.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at you.
That's cool.
So Jason and I had to work this week, unlike some other folks in the community.
Hey, I did a lot of work this week too, even at home. So
he had that honey-do list working hard.
Yeah, it wasn't all fun and games for me.
But you did get back to playing some water park simulators, so I know that made a lot of folks happy.
Yeah, and I've been playing a lot of MLB The Show as well this week. So for now, the game's crashing on me, so I got to try to figure out what's going on there.
Well, hey, Coker Palooza week is officially over. we could view today as, I guess, maybe the last day of that, because literally we had something come out on YouTube, or I did something with YouTube every day this week except for yesterday.
Wow.
Unless you want to count Darian putting his video out yesterday that we filmed Friday night. But man, that was a tiring week for yours truly, with it not being a break.
Well, and that's what I was kind of talking about in the live stream on Friday. Like, sometimes even doing a premiere or trying to stream, it takes, well, at least the streams, takes a lot of energy sometimes with the YouTube stuff. And, non-YouTubers just think sometimes we're just recording, posting, but there's a lot that goes into it.
Oh, editing is no joke. Like literally, I've spent the last couple hours editing my vlog for tomorrow because I told the boys before we went on air, my vlog tomorrow is long, folks. Like I've been
Yeah.
putting out these nice little short Helen vlogs. Tomorrow is a break from the Helen vlogs, and it is a long one. So buckle in. Make sure if you're coming to watch tomorrow, you grab yourself a snack, you grab yourself a blanket, because you're gonna be with Jess and me for a little while if you come to the premiere.
Well, let me ask you something because I've got a couple of long videos. One is from, this epic trip, and I really wanted to do it justice and really, kind of give it time. And it's a lot of footage. We're talking at least an hour and 20 minutes. I just don't know that anybody is going to spend that much time watching the entire thing. Should I
Yeah.
break it into segments? What's your thoughts?
I
I
I would
would,
suggest that.
yeah.
Like try to find
Anything. Go ahead,
Go
Ask.
ahead. Oh, I was just gonna say try to find, some sort of common theme and then,
Yeah.
break them up.
Yeah.
Maybe do it land by land if you can.
Okay,
Yeah.
But
that's smart. Maybe
but
maybe
that
I'll
yeah
do a morning, an evening, and a night because I did
yeah.
have the end of the night epic show at the end of the night with the water stuff and all that, and I did stir up the YouTube community a little bit with the explanation of the background. I did implement my teleprompter, and listen, it's not easy to start out doing that. So again, I'm gonna fumble around with it a little bit, trying to figure it out. I don't like sounding like I'm reading anything, I mean obviously I can read well, but when you're trying to fluctuate your voice, sound interesting, but also look at the camera because nothing. Sometimes just winging it's just not good. You got to keep things organized, and I'm trying to figure out like, do I want to do bullet points and then talk and then move and then
I would suggest that.
yeah.
Yeah, because like I notice when I do my more tutorial videos, I have a script, and Dixie has even pointed out to me like I don't sound as
Authentic.
I don't want to
Yeah.
say like genuine or authentic, but you can tell that I'm reading something.
You've
Yeah.
Whereas
prepped
when I
before
kind of
you
wing
leave.
it some, I sound more authentic. I sound more me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get a little bit more personality, I guess, in
Yeah.
it. So yeah, I've been trying to like not type it out word for word what I want to
Sure.
say
Sure. Sure.
anymore.
Yeah.
Just kind of
Yeah.
at least put like a bullet point or at least a small amount of information,
Yeah.
and then go from there. So like my latest MLB The Show video, I was filming, like recording gameplay while I was talking. So some parts I was definitely not reading from my script
Oh,
at
for sure.
all.
For sure.
I was more in the moment, whereas sometimes though I did have clips that I was kind of doing like a voiceover
And I would
to.
agree that clips can be things that you're kind of, if it's very like detailed specification stuff that you don't want to mess up what you say. And I've got to play around with what works for me, and then also just getting used to it. Like I don't want to quit on it completely because it's a great tool. If I can get it to where it sounds natural when I'm doing it and it keeps me on track, it turns a 20-minute video into a 10-minute video where I'm not necessarily rambling. And then the other thing is if I'm going through, it does allow me where if I'm kind of doing the script-ish kind of deal, I
Yeah.
can go back later and just listen to and put in clips of things as I'm kind of listening to it, especially if it's like things where I'm recording things. If I'm talking about stuff that I'm building here in the studio, or whatever. But yeah, one guy, he was like, "Hey, 3 seconds in, I was out." I'm like, "Hey,
Yeah, I saw
jerk,"
that.
but it's okay. I mean, people, you know. But there
People
were
are
some
people.
people that came to my rescue. There were people on there like,
Yeah.
"What?"
Yeah, I almost said something too, but I
Like
try
you
not to.
obviously don't know Mr. Tryhard. So
Yeah, I try not to. But one thing I started doing too with some of my videos, and I'm just throwing some ideas out there. Oh, look like I'm lagging.
I think you
Um,
might be.
You're good.
I like when I'm recording, and this takes a little bit longer to edit, but I kind of repeat things like 3 or 4 times. So like,
Sure.
and try to do it in a different way, or try not to look at my notes while I'm saying it a couple of
Yeah.
times, and then I go with what I feel sounds the best out of the
Oh
takes.
yeah. Oh yeah,
So, but
that's. I
I
mean, that's
typically
kind
only
of
do that
smart.
for my shorter videos because
And that's kind
if
of
you
good. That's kind of good you say that, as because that's even though we've got people that are in our cruise community, all that stuff. We do have some guys in here that are YouTubers and things like that. So
yeah
it's smart to hear these things of like, this teleprompter is going to be huge for me, but
Yeah.
also you're right. If you say something two or three times, and then you're like, okay, that sounds way more natural. You know what I mean? It's
yeah
okay because you're gonna have to clip it. Obviously, you're gonna have to cut it, but it's okay. I mean, people are so natural. Someone said this. I forget who it was. It might have been Gary Vee. He said something about take your video, put it out, cut it up. He goes, it's okay if it's cut and clipped because everyone's so used to flipping through TikTok and things just jumping from
Yep.
this angle to that angle. People don't really care. That part of it doesn't matter. So, but I think it's important for even our community with our videos to show that it's okay to like, hey, let's do that again, and then just go back and post, and then cut it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we're 10 minutes in, 11 minutes in. Let's go ahead and see who all is here because
That's a big deal. To be 10 minutes in our thing, we haven't even touched the chat. We
I know.
kept y'all waiting. We kept y'all waiting.
bated breath, anticipation, and I do have some stuff that I want to talk to you guys about and get your opinions on. So, because
Yeah, I got one thing too.
couple of big things have happened this week, in my opinion. So,
I wonder if we got one of the same things, maybe.
So Danny
yes.
was in here earlier for the first chat that saved, because I did see Mike later on say that he came in here last night to say something, and it unfortunately didn't save. So Miss Danny was in here first, followed by Mike. No surprise there. And then Mike went over to Az's channel to say hello to all the Asgardians.
Hey, can I say something real quick? Mike
Okay.
was in a live the other night, and he made it. Mike, you're gonna laugh, but like one of my buddies that was on the live, everybody makes jokes about our wives, like we need to see more of y'all's wives and everything, and I was
Yes.
talking about something, and Mike goes, he goes, it's okay, Jason, your wife's hot, and just the way we joke around. But listen, Mike, listen, one of my buddies sent me a screenshot. He sent me a message. He goes, who the blank is that? And I go, he goes, dude, I was so mad. Who's that saying stuff about your wife? And I was like, it's okay. It's Mike. Mike's my man. You know what I mean? But it was so funny.
Some of us get free passes with what we say to each other.
It's so funny. It's kind of like, it's kind of like your mom jokes kind of things. It's like, I was like, it's cool. Mike, they joke us about that all the time. He goes, well, listen, it kind of threw me. I was like, he goes, who's he saying that to? And I thought Mike needed to hear that, but that was funny. And I said, oh, no. So I said, listen, that's probably mild, probably what they most of the time say. So but it was funny. Mike would think that's funny.
Right, so Barry is in here next from Cruising Complete. Then we've got Mitch from the Cam Fam, and maybe Taryn or even the girls are with him. Who knows? But again, follow us on over there next at 8 o'clock Eastern for their live. And then Miss Josie Ann is in the house. And right after her, we've got Sensei Chet coming over from the SLJ raid. Sensei Chet ended a couple minutes early, so folks could grab a snack, get a quick bathroom break before sitting down with you boys here. And then, of course, G-Dad is in the house, folks. We went and saw G-Dad today. Took him out to lunch to celebrate his birthday from a few weeks ago.
Have you got that picture of him?
I was gonna say that shirt was awesome.
Yeah, I've got it on my phone. I don't have it to where I can pull it up here, but yeah, G-Dad was wearing another one of his loud shirts today. It looked like just said it looked like a bowling alley or a roller rinks.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like Sparkles back in the day or
Yes.
something.
Sparkles carpet. All right, let's see here. Everybody's saying hello. Everybody's saying hello, which is awesome. Mandy Smith is in the house. Welcome in, Miss Mandy. Apparently, y'all, I found this out today. 5 o'clock, CCA's live. Mandy and Danny are having a full-blown conversation about how they were adopted by the Coker family. So apparently, I have lots of children out there that I didn't even realize. So, if y'all hear people talking about the adopted Coker kids, Mandy, Danny, I've said multiple times I'd adopt the Cam Fam girls when Mitch is done yelling at them. So there's so many Coker children out there besides
That
just.
reminds me of a story. Dixon and I we were at Disney and we were in line, and we don't have children. And we were talking to this older couple in front of us, and the lady asked me, she was like, "How many kids do y'all have?" And so I just looked at her with a straight face and said, 100. And she was kind of like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm a teacher." I was like, "You should be asking people questions like that."
This is true. We got like 120 kids every semester, and they keep changing. All
But yeah,
right,
her face was
Phoenix.
priceless.
Phoenix Lightning, welcome in here. Thanks for joining us. First time, I know, because I just met you in Sensei Chet's live just a few minutes ago. So welcome in. Glad that you made it over on that SLJ raid. And then Mr. Jaden is in the house. Welcome in, welcome in. Joe from Down Under has made it over here. It's already Monday morning over there for Joe.
Wow.
Welcome in. Mitch says, yes, premature is not a good thing. This is correct, Mitch. Very, very correct. And look, followed right by Mike saying, at my age, sometimes the ending is a little premature. And the perks of getting older, ladies and gentlemen. Diego is here. Welcome in, Diego. Good to see you. Danny said that she was listening to the podcast on her way back from Switzerland. So appreciate you taking the boys up 30,000 feet in the air with you. Look, there's Dusty. Dusty made it in. Happy Sunday. And then DC. That's Cruise Tubers in the house. Welcome in, welcome in. Miss Vicky is here. Welcome in, Miss Vicky. And Najuma Brown. Oh, and it begins. Come on, Jason, turn that hat around and be a pitcher, not a catcher.
These guys.
Phoenix.
I do have on this hat tonight.
Hold on, I gotta blow you up.
We got to put them full.
Ooh,
Oh, that's
looky
cool.
there! Look at the Irish.
St. Patrick's Day.
But it's a poker chip.
It's nice, is what it is.
Hey, and listen, it was my lucky poker chip hat because your boy, and we can talk about it a little later, but I did really, really well in Cherokee.
Hey,
Really
look at
well.
you.
Really well.
Look at this, Mike spending a couple hours working on the script for his first video.
Nice.
The
come on
Wolverine
now.
Man video. I like it. I like it. Mitch said he's found that 20 to 30 minutes for a video is the sweet spot.
Well, it's
Yeah, I was
good
gonna say
for,
maybe like 15 to 20.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, give advertisers, if you are in that 10-minute mark, you're going to get more advertising. They're kind of attracted to you because they can have beginning, middle, and end stuff. My videos I just released, the last couple were under 6 minutes, which isn't ideal. However, I didn't want those to be crazy, and then it is going to be a 3-part. And I thought about if I had done it all in one big video, it probably would have been better. But I don't know. I'm just
You
trying
could
to
do that after the third one. Release a new video with all like the best parts of those 3 videos
Yeah.
together.
see, and that's how you get 4 videos.
There you go.
Come on, baby.
Hey, which one of y'all left the door open?
Oh no.
Because Ron got here.
I was like, which person is he talking about?
Yeah.
So, and then Sue is here from the Bud Files, followed by our local friend Roxy. And Roxy, just so you'll know, I started having the conversation with the boys today to see if they want to do MomoCon in May. So we'll see if we end up doing that. I've heard it's more family friendly than Dragon Con too, so maybe that would be a good thing.
My son went to it and he loved it, Zach. He loved
With
it.
the MomoCon, see, we've never done MomoCon, so
Yeah.
may have to attempt going down there next month if we can. Miss Carol is in the house. Welcome in, Carol. Let's see. Mr. Bill is here. Welcome in, Mr. Bill. Yep, I agree here with Ron. You know, just be you. If there's bloopers, yeah, people love bloopers. People love it when you flub up stuff with your words. Again, you know, the whole
Or
words are
can't
hard
find
kind of
it.
deal. So,
Yeah, I typically leave in some of those. I mean, I take some out, but
yep, there we go. Look, Mike's on it again. We have attractive wives. That's why we want another wives edition. We get it. We get it. Y'all have to look at our ugly mugs. Again, this is episode 53. So, of the full year of Nerd Herd that you guys have had, you've had one episode that didn't feature our ugly mugs. Instead, you had our beautiful wives' faces up here instead. So, yeah, we do need to get another wives edition. So we'll see. Jess isn't even in the house tonight, so I don't have to worry about anything being thrown at me right now. Look, Danny's birthday is this week, so
oh, happy early birthday,
early
Danny.
birthday, Dizzle, and I think Scott's birthday is this week as well.
wow.
At some point. I think maybe Thursday.
A lot of March birthdays.
Mike, can you adopt me as well? Can I get an allowance? And look, and Dusty saying they're trying to save my tax check. Yes, please let me write all of you off on my taxes. I would absolutely love that. Please, I will take you all as dependents if it means I can get something back. All right, come on, come on, come on. We got Chip Clinkington in here tonight.
Oh, wow.
Clickington. All right. Chip, welcome in. Another CC here. Phoenix says, I'm half Irish, half rattlesnake. All right. Little stone cold rattlesnake there. And Dusty, let me put this up here. Here we go. Jason, troll yourself in the highlight video.
Oh, I should. I
Oh,
should
I
do
love
that.
that.
You know, hey, one thing about the rattlesnake thing, I saw a thing the other day. People, I guess, were doing highlights of, Chuck Norris passing this week, and they were like, some guy said, "Did you hear about that rattlesnake that bit Chuck Norris?" And then he goes, "Let's hear it from Chuck Norris." And it pans to Chuck Norris. He goes, "Yeah, after 5 long and painful days, the rattlesnake died."
Yeah. Y'all remember like 10 years ago when Chuck Norris jokes and memes like that were the thing on the
Yeah.
internet?
I love it. I love it.
All right. Dread is in the house. Welcome in, Dread. Good to see you. All right. Danny coming in to correct me. So Scott's birthday is Tuesday and Danny's is Saturday. So book in the week. And then we've got Mr. Mike doing Mike things
Yeah.
and giving away memberships. So
I saw
he
those
gave
starting to
away
pop up.
5 here on Coker Culture, some Borley, Jen Palazzo, Jeremy and Cheryl, Elevate Me to You, and Real Pagliaccio all got one. And then, oh, come on now, comments. You were doing good for me. And then, of course, he went and gave 5 Ascalon memberships. So
Nice.
5 new members of the Asgardians there.
Mike is
So-
a wild man.
So as we do, let me find my thank yous here, our thank you video for Mr. Mike. And just like that, folks, with a couple of pauses to talk and discuss some things in between, pretty much at the bottom of the chat.
All right.
I'll take 14 minutes. So, Mr.
announcement.
Tryhard, do I need to put this up on the screen, what you have shared with us, sir?
I think we all need to enjoy this. So yeah, pop it up and I'll play it.
Do I need to make it big screen, like
Pop it up and
spotlighted?
make it big, and then we're gonna talk about this big announcement here.
Oh, yeah, this is a biggie.
We're back.
And
Whew,
that,
yeah,
my friends, is a huge announcement.
yeah, and that has been buzzing everybody all weekend on social media. For those of you that are HHN or in the horror community, the first announcement of an HHN house this year,
Chaos and Control. It's the
bringing
official
back
anniversary theme. Yep.
two icons. So we
Yes.
may have double icons this year.
Did you guys get invitations
No, did
for
you?
going out? Nope. That should be our goal. Is that should be something we get. But yeah, Jack the Clown is coming back, and Doctor Oddfellow. So it's the very first like duo, like shared uh, duo thing with both of them there. So
Well, and what I'll say too is, and I read somebody on Twitter that worked on the house saying that it is the most technical, not just technical house, but technical thing in a theme park that they have ever worked on. And they are trying new stuff that they have never done before with this house. So that has me extremely excited to see what might be going on and taking place.
always there's always hints in I guess those invitations that go out to influencers and things like that. And so I guess in the actual in the invite or whatever to the ticket, there were certain letters that were different, and it spelled out icons. And so it's the first dual icons event that they've ever done. So this is kind of like OG Halloween Horror Night fans, and kind of the newer stuff. It's kind of cool, but
And it's one of
the
those
logo,
big anniversary years too,
yeah,
so
the
they
new
needed
logo,
something like
yeah, the
this.
new logo just dropped. So there's all kinds of rumors about a carnival circus kind of vibe thing. Let's see, they're gonna. There's and it just opened up tons of like speculation for like what was coming. So I love that.
Yeah, I can't
So
wait. I think
No
Dixie and I are gonna
announcements
try to
on
go
houses
Labor
yet.
Day again, Labor
Yeah,
Day
no
weekend.
announcements on house, but there's a lot of teasers out there. Obviously,
I don't like looking at anything when it drops for the most part. I like being pretty surprised when I
I
go.
mean, well, obviously, I think, and you guys probably think we're gonna have Stranger Things. I think. I
Well, they
think we'll
did
have
Stranger
that again.
Things, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah, but I think it's coming back, and I think there was a rumor out there that maybe Hellraiser's coming back.
Oh, that'd be
With
cool.
it being an anniversary year, 35.
Yeah.
It's gonna be it'll be even bigger. So I'm so excited. We booked today actually. We booked for that week. We'll be down there on my birthday week, which is
Oh,
huge.
did they already release the tickets?
Well, no, but
Oh, okay.
I'm
We've
saying we
already
went ahead
booked to
and
be
got our
down there.
we got our room. So yeah, me
Okay. 'Cause
and
I'm about to say, I was like, that's early for the tickets.
yeah, so we're yeah, I was like I would love to see I would love to see that it would be really cool if they would expand it a little bit. Like I'm waiting for them to expand potentially into Epic Universe. That would be what a huge. I don't even know if they're able to do stuff out there, but I think it would be cool to kind of include. I just don't know how they do that, but there's some buzz about expanding beyond studios, but I don't know how they could do that. But imagine if they took Halloween Horror Nights across all of the parks. I mean, I couldn't even imagine that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wonder how that would work.
it'd be interesting though. I think
Yeah,
it'd
that
be,
would be interesting.
but they're working on trying to connect Epic to the other parks right now. They're working on a transportation system
Do
Okay.
you like
to it.
new IPs or do you like old IPs? Like, do you like something that's kind of iconic and kind of stuff that we all know, or kind of when they come in with those original kind of
I'd
houses?
much rather have original than IP
Yeah, me
because
too.
we just have so much IP everywhere. I'd much rather have original because
And I like,
original you're able to show your creativity, and
yep,
typically my house of the year kind of stuff is
yes,
always an original.
yep. I prefer those too.
Because with
Like my favorite
IPs, you
ones are
compare it too
usually,
much. You
Yeah,
compare
yeah,
it too much to the original IP itself
I agree. I
that
yeah,
agree.
that it's hard to stand alone.
yeah.
All right. So somehow I missed Mike also giving 5 tryhard memberships, 5 memberships to
What?
the Turd Herd. So yeah, Mike made his rounds to all 3 of your boys. So much, much, much appreciated.
Yeah, Mike bought some merch from the store this week too, and
Hmm.
so you're gonna probably get, you know how we get those pictures of Mike wearing stuff, but he bought like 3 different things. He bought 3 and a hat. So Mike's doing pretty good.
Everybody's favorite angry vet has made it in. Uncle Dave is in the house. And then Mike says this year will be his first time going
Nice.
to HHN, so he cannot wait.
That's
And
awesome.
then, look, Dredd is who we all want to aspire to, boys, because
Oh
Dredd
wow.
received an HHN invitation.
Holy crap, that's awesome.
So we just need to continue hanging out with Dredd and rubbing elbows there, and maybe we'll get our invitation.
Yeah. I
And
would
then,
love to get a media pass there someday. We
right,
probably just need to keep applying, see if we
and
can get in.
maybe one day we'll get lucky.
Oh, you know it'd be a
Darian,
cool house. Sorry, I
Has the
just thought
Nerd
of
Herd
this.
has the Nerd Herd podcast going in as a media thing?
that'd
Just
be
kind of
incredible.
Yeah, you know it'd be a cool house for HHN, especially since Michael B. Jordan won, Best Actor. A
Sinners.
Sinner's House would be really cool because I
oh,
love
would
that
that be?
kind of speakeasy one from a few
It
years
would hit
ago.
it would hit so good with the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Diego popping in here after Darian, giving a little super chat there. So let me hold on. Let me find my super chat. Thank
Come
you
on.
for Mr. Diego. Then Greg is in the house. Look, Greg wants a Star Trek Borg house. Absolutely terrifying. And look,
Oh,
yes, I'm supporting Greg's other channel, his non-vlogging channel today with my Greg's Game Room shirt that has quickly become one of my favorites since Greg opened up his store. Let's see. People saying, hey. Mike says there's a rumor there will be a Lady Gaga house. I heard
I can
that
see
too.
that happening.
And
yeah.
I'm not a fan of her, but I wouldn't hate the house because I really
Wait,
liked the
wait,
Weeknd's
wait. You're
house.
not a fan of Lady Gaga?
No, yeah,
Like
that
her
shouldn't even be
music or
a
her
question.
personally?
Her both.
She's awesome. She's so talented. I
But
love Lady Gaga.
but I loved the Weeknd's house, so I'm
That's
not
why I
gonna.
would think it would be something like that.
I
The
would not say
Weekend
a
house was
dadgum
really
thing.
good. I love anything you go in and it's like a party when you walk up to it. That's the way the weekend was when
Yeah.
I really did love that. That was awesome. It was honestly, and the house was good and all, but like the before you went in with all the music playing was
Oh, it
awesome.
was a party.
Yeah.
Lori is in the house. I don't know whose chat she said hey 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 in. I'm assuming Ascalon's because we all know who the favorite is.
Yes.
Welcome.
Yeah, it was mine.
Look, Diego, my last dollar on my PayPal card closing the. Well, we appreciate it, buddy. And then Greg is talking about that transportation system. Yeah, I heard they were wanting to do something like what they have in Vegas, that like underground tunnel
Oh, that's
thing.
weird.
Yeah, that I don't know if that would work there in sand in the swamp.
I don't know
That
about that.
ongoing joke about how when we were all younger, we all thought that quicksand was going to be a much bigger deal than it turned out to be. That could be why, right there. That could be quicksand.
I mean, how cool would it be if they could do a rail system though that was almost like a Disney deal? I mean, the parks are so far away from one another; it'd be hard to get them. It's not like the Hogwarts. I'm saying.
I was gonna say,
I
give
don't
me a
know.
Hogwarts train from Epic to the other ones.
Right?
I'll be okay
How
with
far would
that.
that be? I mean, how far? What's the distance between those parks?
Yeah, I don't
It's
know
not
A
even
how
possible.
couple
close it
miles.
is.
So, I mean, it's a long enough distance. Greg says Universal's getting rid of their original land, so it'll be all IP now. Yeah, I'm very sad that Lost Continent is going away because I loved the Poseidon walkthrough. That was one of my favorite attractions.
Yeah, I
But
like
now,
that too.
and the rumor for the long time was it's going to be Zelda. It's going to be Zelda. But now, they're thinking Zelda will be an expansion at Epic, and Lost Continent will be Pokemon. Which, let's be honest, Pokemon should have been in the parks here in the United States a long time ago because of how
Yeah,
popular.
true. I'm just
But
like,
the resurgence of Pokemon though is only. I mean, I know it's never been gone, but it's almost had a resurgence. I know when the app hit, but like it's just recently the whole collecting of Pokemon again and going back and I don't know. I think it's become popular again. Not that it ever just fell off, but I don't know. I
So
know that
Yeah,
Danny's
Pokemon would be crazy. It would be
Danny is letting
crazy.
us know that Eddie is going to have the usual suspects on her birthday on Saturday. So she would love for us to be on the usual suspects on Saturday night. We'll have to see, Danny.
If I'm,
We'll have to see. I
if I'm
can't
still
make any
awake, I got to
promises.
track me.
Yep.
That's the difficult thing. Look, Mandy's shaking her head at me about the Lady Gaga stuff.
I like Lady Gaga, Zach, but I
That's
mean,
so
again,
good and so
again,
diverse. Like,
I do too.
Disney
uh,
has,
Now
and
she's
then
weird. Now listen, don't I
look,
please Lady Gaga, don't hold this against us, but I think she's I mean weird in the nicest sense, right? Like I do think artists that are weird, kind of out there, I think it's kind of cool. But she's an odd bird for sure. But I mean I do some of her music I love and then some I don't. But for the most part, I would say most of it I do enjoy. I don't like it all, but most of it.
so Chip coming in here with the
4 miles.
precise
Okay.
4 miles from Epic.
Oh, that's cool.
And
That would they do 4 miles of train though?
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
not, I mean, I
well, I
would
mean, if they
like.
go overhead or underground, I mean, there's probably a shorter route, I would imagine.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I would think so. Less traffic, and not
'Cause,
having to worry about lights. I mean, who knows? We'll see. But
We were on the way back
yeah, they
today
just need some
from.
sort of monorail thing. I think that'd be fine. But of course, they probably don't want to do something like that because of Disney.
yeah, we got to be different.
So,
We got to be different.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So my big thing that I wanted to bring up tonight, and we already touched on it, of course, is the death of Chuck Norris.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody, obviously, we've all got our own expiration dates, but, Chuck Norris is one of those guys Chuck Norris died? Like, it doesn't matter how old the
I
man
didn't
was.
I didn't believe it at first.
I didn't
Like
either.
I thought it was
For
I
anything
alive.
was wait. I
official.
was waiting for a punchline.
I
Like
think, yeah.
I was waiting for a punchline. Okay, well, yes, but
Because, I mean,
yeah,
growing up essentially in the 90s, I grew up on Walker, Texas Ranger Chuck Norris.
yes,
So, that was
yes,
my introduction to Chuck. It was post a lot of the movies and stuff he did.
for
It was
sure.
really cool seeing Chuck Norris in Dodgeball of all movies. But, like,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
but man, you talk about, like, we're just losing legends left and right. I mean, and Shatner just turned 95 this week. Y'all hear
Wow.
that?
I didn't realize he was that
I didn't
old.
realize he
Yeah.
was that old, but I will tell
Captain
you,
Kirk,
William
Jenny
Shatner
Crane, 95.
making
Yep. Wow.
sweet, sweet space love with green alien women will keep you alive, I guess.
Look at this, Uncle Dave. Chuck died 10 years ago. The Grim Reaper finally got the balls to let him know. I
Yeah.
actually saw, I'm sure you guys have seen that meme where the Grim Reaper is going door to door, like killing stuff, and people use it all the time for like sports teams and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I saw one today where it's Chuck Norris at the last door, and the Grim Reaper has opened the door and is like, oh crap. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And look, Jason is a Gaga super fan.
I'm such a fan. I love that song she does with Bruno Mars. Uh, but the video is so just funny to me.
Weird.
Like, yeah, just seeing her smoke a cigarette the whole time she's playing that piano is just odd to me, But I love that song. That song. If I play that song at all during the PE class, I mean every kid in that whole gym, especially all the girls, they'll just sing the top of their lungs.
Now, the other thing that I wanted to speak to you guys about and get your thoughts on, because I'm sure by now y'all have seen it. The Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer.
Yeah, that's
Oh
what I
wow,
wanted to bring
Now,
up.
yeah,
have we
that's
watched
Yeah.
it? Have y'all seen it?
Yes, I've seen the trailer.
Hey, what do we think? Because obviously we can't play
I have
the
a lot of
trailer.
I have a lot of questions.
Well, that should
Yeah,
be a
we don't
good
want to do
thing,
that.
right? That should be a
Well, I
good
mean, we
thing.
are reacting to it, so we could possibly get
Can
away
we
with
show
it.
the
But
trailer?
I don't know if we can. Like, wouldn't we get a copyright on showing a trailer?
well, we possibly will lose monetization for this live stream.
Well, is it? But can you show it if you're doing a react to it?
I don't,
I
I
mean,
don't
we are
know.
reacting to it.
I mean, can you do that? Because as you've done stuff like that before, correct? I feel like you've
Yeah, I
done
mean,
games, but
from
those are
what
game
I've
reacts.
gathered from all the rules about it is as long as you're putting commentary over it, you're reacting to it, you
Yeah.
find it. But I still get hit with some copyright claims, which
Ooh,
not the strikes, but like my Until Dawn when I reacted to that trailer,
yeah.
I couldn't monetize that one
See,
Well, I've
you
had
got to
some
be.
things.
because of the
Even
copyright claim.
when I did the Hogwarts Legacy, the Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy, I got some monetization. I didn't get hits, but it just there was certain parts that said whatever, and it does it to me
Yeah,
even with like the Tennessee stuff when the band plays. Sometimes when I show like the band stuff or anything like Tennessee games, if there's something like the band playing, sometimes it hits me. Or if there's a when it was Garth Brooks or whoever, I would get things and I'd say, hey, this is I'm at a park. I'm recording. This is a live event. I mean, this is fair use. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah,
not trying to make
it's
money off
not
the
you
park.
playing it.
Yeah,
you
and
know.
so that always gets cleared, but I always have to send in a thing, whatever. But no,
Yeah, I wouldn't do it just
yeah,
for this though. But we can definitely kind of talk about it.
Okay, yeah. We've had a couple more folks pop in, so let's say hey real quick, and then we'll get to that. So the governor of Galveston, Mr. Rick, is in the house, and then Uncle Dave. What did Uncle Dave say? Ch- Chuck Norris could send a text message from a rotary phone. All right, and then where did it go? My chat keeps skipping on me tonight for some reason. Scott is here. The birthday boy is in the
hey,
house.
Hey, Scott.
So welcome in, Scott. Good to see you. Glad you could make it. Oh, okay. So I think we're about caught up. Let me. Okay. So what did y'all think about
I
the trailer? What are your thoughts? I know you said you had a lot of questions.
Yeah, I liked it. I have a lot of questions. I need to go back and watch it again, but I mean, I guess we got to spoil a little bit for the trailer, but I mean, people can go watch it, so
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
it's
feel
fair
as
use. It's out
bad.
there. It's been out there for about a week almost, so it's fair
Yeah.
to talk about a trailer.
I think it's
Punisher,
interesting.
like that was
That was
I was
cool.
gonna,
hysterical.
yeah,
That was
Yeah,
if that is how they react to each other the entire movie, it's
yeah,
perfect because it's comic book accurate. That is what you would
yeah.
expect from the Punisher and Spider-Man. That was
Yeah, he's like trying to
fantastic.
stop him from going to kill the people. And he's trying to, yeah, like I love that. I thought that was really cool.
I think it's cool.
And
The whole thing is throwing the whole thing just to remind people because I had honestly forgotten about the last movie where everyone forgot who Peter Parker was, and so I
Yeah,
had forgotten that angle just because it'd been a minute. I'm gonna go back and watch it. I may watch it tonight, as a matter of fact. But just
yeah,
that
yeah. I need to
whole
go back and watch that one too because I've only seen it once.
we've watched it like 3 or 4 times because the boys love it.
yeah,
But
it's so good. It's
Okay.
so good.
there were a couple of things from that trailer that I really, really, really liked that surprised me. Like I somebody the first thing was yes, the Bruce Banner not knowing who he was,
Yeah,
and that was a good callback. That
Yeah,
hey, the Avengers don't know, but I'm also hoping that that opens up the Bruce Banner doesn't know, but Hulk know. Hulk remember.
oh,
That
that'll be
I'm
cool.
hoping for a moment like that. But I think the thing that I thought was the coolest about this trailer, the thing that caught me the most off guard, is that was Keith David narrating. He's got a very distinct
Yeah,
voice,
yeah, yeah,
and we have heard nothing about Keith David being in this movie before
right.
this trailer came out. So now I'm very intrigued by who he might be playing because I have a guess on who I'd like him to be playing, but I've heard zero rumors about this character being in the movie. And
yeah.
that's Dr. Kirk Connors because I think Keith David would make an incredible lizard. And I think that's just perfect. Perfect. Now, I could be way off base because again, I haven't gotten that info from anybody anywhere. I am taking a guess. But
Was that
I,
Scorpion, by the way?
Yeah.
Was that the Scorpion?
Yeah,
yes,
Scorpion was
yeah.
in it. But
Yeah, we've
and
seen
that was
him.
my
He
thing.
he was confirmed.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because he appeared as post credit or something in
Well, we
one
saw
of the
him
previous
all
ones,
the way
right?
back in Homecoming. He
Yeah,
made
yeah,
his
yeah,
debut, but
Yeah.
he's just been in
yeah,
prison the whole time.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
I don't know if Keith David will be Lizard because I feel like they're doing villains that weren't in any of the previous Spider-Man movies,
well,
except for well, have they repeated any?
I'm trying to think if we've gotten any that are the same. No, we got Mysterio, we got Vulture. The only
Yeah,
repeaters we had were in the last movie, but that was because they were repeaters from the previous
because
universes.
yeah,
So,
like Doc Ock and
but
all of them. So
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
here's what I'll say: we are definitely going to be repeating villains because you're not going to tell all these Spider-Man stories without getting to Green Goblin at some point.
yeah.
So they're going to start. But again, that's a good detriment as to why he's probably not the Lizard. But that's who I would have Keith David as. But
Well,
I
I'm
would love
looking online, and a lot of people are thinking he is.
the
So,
Lizard.
so you might be onto something there.
I mean, fingers crossed. That is, I mean, to me, that's perfect casting. And they have done a great job, especially with the Spider-Man films, on who they've casted for what roles.
Yeah.
Look, so Eddie is in the
I thought it was
house.
cool. Oh, sorry. I didn't
Oh,
know
you're
you were going
fine.
back to
Go
the
ahead.
chat. I was
I
just gonna
just,
say I was really excited to talk about this trailer. I like how he has the organic webbing now. It
Oh
seems
yeah.
like
Yeah.
like Tobey Maguire had. So and the whole mutation thing that's going on. So I'm like
yeah,
wondering what's going on there. I think
we
there's
may
something in the
see,
comics where something like that
yeah,
happens.
we may see Man Spider, or I think that's
So
what it's called.
Yeah,
did we
that's what.
ever?
Okay, I couldn't remember what it was called, but yeah,
Now,
Man
Let me
Spider.
ask you
Okay,
here's
this.
a
and then
take.
also with the
So
mutation stuff. Oh, okay.
That's a
Hold
take
on.
I'd be
With the
fine with.
mutation stuff, mutants. I seem
Yes.
like they're hinting at the X Men stuff.
Well, I mean, the big thing the whole time has been everybody thinks Sadie Sink is Jean Grey, and this
Yeah,
is
and I
the
think
first
she's the one
X
that's
Men.
handcuffed to the chair in that one
And
scene.
I think so too. And I hope that that's the case. I hope she is because I think that she is a big enough caliber star to be your first official new X Men of the new team when they're still not starting several years down the road with the X Men. But I like what
Yeah,
Dredd says here about the fact that he could be a watcher. You know, the only watcher we've seen thus far is the one that was voiced by David Allen Greer in the What If series. But yeah, having Keith David maybe be a watcher, I would not be opposed to that either. I, I don't know. I
what are
don't
the
know.
Watchers? I'm not super familiar with that.
They're the ones that they aren't supposed to get involved in what's going on, but they watch the universe as a whole. Like
Okay.
they're apart from like time and space, and it's really cosmic-y what they do. But yeah, really looking being excited for that. And we've got to wait. What? That's summer, right? Is that June or July, or is it even May?
Um, I know a lot of movies are coming out in May.
Yeah, because here's what I'll
I'm
know
looking it
is
up now.
even though that was the news, the big Marvel news of this past week, there's even bigger Marvel news this week, folks.
It's July,
Daredevil,
July
Daredevil,
31st.
saw that.
Daredevil, season 2, this Tuesday night.
Yeah. Saw that. Saw that.
And folks, if you haven't watched season 1 of Born Again, that's your homework for this week because that
Yeah, I
was
need to watch that.
phenomenal. Phenomenal. And so season 2 we're about to get, and then we're going to be getting the Punisher movie sometime before July because it supposedly leads right into Brand New Day and Punisher storyline in Brand New Day. So, look, what? Hold on, Greg. Greg says there was a Stan Lee scene in Guardians where he's talking to the Watchers. Okay, so the Watchers are already in the MCU officially then, and not just What If. So that's nice to know.
Are we going to
And
go see Project Hail Mary this week?
I would like to. That book was phenomenal. So I've heard great things
I've
about
not
the
heard
film.
reviews of the movie yet, though. So
I'd like to. It's
Yeah,
just
I
I
don't.
don't know. We don't have anything going on this weekend, so maybe. But again, it's one of those things. If Jess doesn't do a whole lot of sci-fi, so I don't know. Maybe because it's Ryan Gosling, I can talk her into going to see this
Yeah.
Yeah,
film.
Dixie doesn't like space type movies.
So let me ask you
So
this: with this reset of Spider-Man, back on this,
Okay.
with him going back to the OG Spider-Man, it's the most Peter Parker Spider-Man that we've had in a long time, where he's
Correct.
back to being alone. He's, kind of back to doing his own suits and kind of all that stuff.
Yeah.
Um, do you think that this is kind of a teaser that as it gets, because obviously taking him back to OG Spider-Man, there's no tech, there's no Tony Stark, there's no upgraded things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But do you think this Marvel likes to do this? Do you think it's something they'll give a big reveal at the end where he actually gets everything back kind of situation? Or do you think? I mean, I know it's kind of a crazy angle, but once he has to reveal who, because he'll reveal who he is at some point to
Yeah.
somebody.
That part's
well,
coming back.
I think MJ is gonna figure it out.
Yeah,
It seemed like in the trailer it was kind of hinting at her figuring it out, like she still knows somehow. I
yeah,
don't know. Like it just the interactions with her in the trailer seemed kind of interesting. So
I don't think we're going to see him getting everything back.
yeah,
yeah, no, I don't think so
But
either.
I do think he is going to be. He's not leaving the tech stuff behind. Like that has been a solid foundation of who he is.
sure,
Even apart from Tony Stark, he's a tech
yeah,
genius himself now.
yeah,
So I don't think that part's going away, even if he's getting into the organic webbing and stuff like that. So Greg poses a good question here. Nothing has been confirmed, but again, the rumors, what I'm hearing is that the main villain is Tombstone.
Okay, really? Okay, see, I
Yeah,
was wondering if it was Scorpion. Okay,
no, that Scorpion's supposedly like working for Tombstone, and that
okay,
Tombstone's going to like be the one to break him out, and
like
so
kind of behind the scenes a little
more
bit.
of a
who's the
street
character that
level.
had the bag on his head in the trailer? Who was that? You know what
I
I'm
don't
talking about?
remember
Shows
that
him from the
part. I have to go
back
back and
angle,
watch
and
it.
it looked like what's his name from Batman?
I don't know if it was a bag or if that was the hood, and that was Jean
Okay,
Grey with a hood over her, and we
okay,
just never saw her face there.
Yeah, because a lot
Um,
of people are saying that was Jean Grey that was handcuffed.
Because what we've been told again, rumor wise here, is that we're going to see kind of in the beginning a big montage of him being Spider-Man in the time that's passed since the last movie, and so
Okay.
we're going to see a lot of these lower level street villains that we're used to from the comics in
yeah,
this montage. So I think it's a way of getting a lot of these guys that we're used to comic book wise in the movie without them
yeah,
being the big bads. And if the Tombstone rumor is true, then I'm thinking he's kind of standing in for Kingpin, because there is some really, really, really weird legal things where Sony and Marvel, for whatever reason, cannot use Kingpin, the character, in movies. They have the ability to use him in TV
Oh,
shows.
weird.
Yeah, which is why he's the big bad in Daredevil and the crossovers there with the Defenders and stuff like that. But it's
Yeah.
also why, which makes no sense, and it's awful because it means Vincent D'Onofrio might be the best actor in the
Hmm.
MCU, and for him not to be a big bad villain and it being Kingpin, because he's been
It would make
phenomenal.
more sense for him to be behind the scenes, pulling the strings more so than
Than
Tombstone.
Tombstone, exactly, and that's when in the rumors I'm reading it sounds. Look at this. Scott says I'm the big villain. I'm the big bad villain of yes, me. They call me the Webster Warrior. Look at that. I'm gonna make you read, fool. That's my super. You're gonna have to take the books. I'm gonna throw books at you.
uh,
Oh, welcome in, Eric. Glad you could join us here for the Nerd Herd, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you.
so I didn't get to
Um,
tell y'all this. We went to Cherokee. I
yes.
told y'all. So we were at Friday night, and Friday night we got there kind of late. It was like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and we hit the casino first. I'm not condoning gambling to anybody out there that's against
We are
that.
talking to cruisers. I'm sure 95% of them are perfectly okay
So,
with it.
but I got there, and typically, I do very well with playing poker. My odds are better typically, but I do play a little bit of other things. I stay away from blackjack, and I'll do roulette and just throw monies on black or red and just get crazy if I've had a drink or anything like that. But so Friday night was kind of a wash. Like I said, we didn't play a long time. I played a little bit, and we lost some money, rightfully so. We were just playing to be playing, and of course, every time my wife goes, I give her a little bit of money, and then she loses a lot more money. And then so we get there Saturday, and we hit a little place and ate and had some drinks, and then went actually back to Cherokee to play. And I went, and my wife was like, "Why don't you go play poker for a couple hours?" And I said, "Okay, I'll go in and get a table." So I go put my name on the waiting list, and it was a long waiting list. So I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking, this is going to be a while. So while I'm standing around, my wife had already left, and I was like, I look over, and there's some machines over there. And listen, I'm a feel guy, and when I get a feeling, I just go with it. And so I was over there, I said, I'm just going to sit down at this game. It's the one with the firecrackers that go up or whatever.
Yep.
And typically I lose my behind on those, but I thought, they're fun. I said, I'm gonna jump in. There was one lady that was there. She got up. And when she got up, I said, well, she's been on that machine. So it's at least had some action on it. So I put my card in. I put $100 in there, and within about 3 taps, and I did 1 cent max bet, which was $8.80 a bet, right? And so I thought, I'm just going to play this $100 and then go find Sarah, and then I'll just wait for a text. And I hit it after about 4 times, and all of a sudden this thing hits 2 of the 3, it goes off, and then I think on that one I made like $470 on that one, and then I was like, well, I wanted to cash out. And then everybody said, when you hit on a machine, stay on it for a minute or two, because sometimes they get hot. And so 3 taps later, I have this thing called Zone Boost hits. And then I make like another 370. And I thought, well, it just hit again. So then I do it again. And all of a sudden, one of the ones that were low just goes all the way to the top and hits. Y'all, listen, within less than 15 to 20 minutes, I was texting my wife and sending her like screenshot of this thing hitting, and I mean, it was already up over $1,500.
Woo!
Right. Well, then they all show up over there. They're like, "What are you playing? What are you playing?" So I was like, "I'm gonna let my wife get on this." Well, she won like 400 on it, and then went to a different machine. It started hitting, and then my friend got over there, and his wife, Brian, my business partner, he got over there and he hit on another machine beside us. And it was like these 3 machines, y'all, I bet you we pulled about 10 grand out of these machines.
Well,
Easy.
Raymond, you know what I just heard? I just heard Jason's paying for our HHN tickets this year for us to
Yes.
all go together. That's what I just heard.
Hey,
With
Yeah.
fast passes. Either that or
Yeah.
an RIP tour.
I'll be okay with that.
I know. I'm not bragging about it, but that's not normally the case unless I'm playing
That's
cards.
awesome, though.
So then I leave.
I'm
there.
shocked you didn't call us.
Well, I was going to send y'all text, but I thought I'm just going to let this ride out, because sometimes you start texting people, then it goes, "Boo,"
Yeah.
And so I left, and Sarah goes, "What are you going to do now?" I said, "Well, I'm going to go play some poker, I guess, a little bit." And then so I went and played poker, sat down with $300, and doubled up. Within 20 minutes, I doubled up, and I was already the big stack on the table and bullying everybody. And then so I got up over $700 on that, cashed out. And then we went and ate, and then on the way back, we hit the same machines that were hitting for us before. And y'all, listen, I was up over $4,000 at one time.
Holy moly, Jason.
Yes. I mean, and so of course my wife was trying to defeat me. She was trying to lose more than I was winning,
Yeah, of course.
But we ended up doing really well. And so like my wife, she's like, "What are you going to do with all that?" I said, "Well, I'm going to hide it from you is what I'm going to do, because I know how you
Try
are."
as best you can.
Yeah, I've told you this before, but if my wife thinks I've got it, she can sure find a
It's
way to spend
yours.
it. Anyway,
Your money is also her money, while her
Yes, of
money
course.
is also her money.
Yes,
So
yes. It
yeah,
doesn't matter
I
where it came
know.
from. She doesn't care if I had to dig the ditches to get the money. If she stayed at home, it's still her money, you know.
Well, before we close out of here, because we are here at the end of our
I
time,
had
just
one more thing about the Spider-Man trailer.
Oh yeah, come on, come on.
go ahead, go
Uh,
with it.
does anybody know who those like red ninja people were?
The
No
hand.
idea.
I thought it had something to do with Daredevil. I've never seen the Daredevil show.
It's the hand,
So
yeah. But the question will be what brings the hand involved. Because, yeah,
okay,
they haven't been in anything but the Defender shows on Netflix,
okay.
and on Daredevil. So it'll be interesting to see what has them involved in this. My guess would be, and it's not shown in the trailer, my guess is we're going to see Daredevil in the movie again.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd
Because
be
he
I
was already
think, I
there as
think,
the lawyer. So I
yeah,
think
I
that'll
think
be
he was
why.
confirmed for this movie too. So,
So
that would be awesome.
okay.
Rick asked, he read The Lord of the Rings in the 70s. Does that make him a nerd? Yes,
Yes,
absolutely it does.
yes.
And then Scotty J
The
making it
best
in
kind.
here on the tail end.
Scotty!
His men's is here. Uh, let's see. Jason is buying Mike's HHN tickets. Yes. And Danny says Jason's paying for our hotel room in Helen. And look, Mike says time is up, which he is
Oh, yeah,
correct.
he's correct.
It is the Foot Clan, different ninjas, great
Different ninjas.
ninjas, but those are purple and gray,
Yes.
whereas the hand is red. But all right, who wants to go first, boys? Good job, Ascalon.
Hey!
I had a feeling it was going to be me since I was on spring break this week.
You're
Um,
exactly right.
I'm going back to work tomorrow. Yay! I got a track meet tomorrow too, so I'm excited about that. I'm excited about going back to work too. I was just kidding. I do enjoy the kids somewhat. Yeah, it was a good week to recharge. So yeah, definitely, like I always preach, take time to recharge your batteries. Do some things that you enjoy doing. Go on some trips. Have a little fun because you know talking about Chuck Norris earlier, and then Nicholas Brendan from Buffy, who played Xander, also passed away this week. Zach said something about we all have our own expiration date or something like that. So you never know. So let's not just spend life just working and slaving away. Take some time away, recharge your batteries. Hang out with some friends, go on some trips. So that's what I wanted to say. See you guys next week.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It felt like there was a room full of y'all tonight for the whole time, which is really awesome. And we appreciate those of you joining us, especially those of you that maybe this is your first time here, on a Sunday night. Yeah, again, we are kind of the break from the cruise lives. We'll talk about cruising every now and then, but we're here to talk nerdy stuff. We're here to talk games. We're here to talk movies, as you saw tonight. We're here to talk theme parks. We're just here to have fun and laugh with each other because we're all friends. And, if you haven't realized it by now, we all have our own individual channels here on YouTube. So make sure, share the love, subscribe to everybody. Coker-Palooza week is over. It was a long, tiring week for me, but it's over. We will have a premiere tomorrow night. Like I said at the beginning, it is very long. It is close to an hour. So just know that it's not one that I could break up or wanted to. But it is a little break from Helen, but it's a mix of a lot of different things that we like and enjoy. So hopefully you'll join us for that tomorrow at 5:30. Then we'll come back on Thursday with another Helen video for you. And then, of course, your boys will be back here next Sunday night at 7.
All right, that's it for the show. Just wanted to jump and say this is that if you don't know, you realize every one of us are trying to up our game and really try to get content out and kind of be productive and do things. I've been doing way better with it, and I've got some videos I got to edit tonight and get out. But whatever it is you're into, whatever you're thinking about trying, like Mike with his YouTube channel, I want you just to go all in, and just give it a shot. I mean, my whole thing, is try hard things. It's right there. I think that you can live that doing things all the time that push you creatively, push you personally. And sometimes it's just getting out of your head and realizing that you may be thinking about the bad parts of things way more than everybody else is. And so, also that positive vibe that starts to resonate when, like, I can do this. It's going to be hard. It's going to suck, but I can do this. I can do these things. and it one day it's going to be like I did that. And so, and the positive vibe that happens when you start living your life that way. And I'm not trying to overdo it, but I believe that it pays to just be positive and say, I can do these things. I'm going to try these things, and it's going to suck, but I'm going to do it. But anyway, that's it. Let's go watch Cam Fam. But I love y'all, and thank y'all for watching every week.
Okay, real quick, we've got a couple other things in the chat I wanted to run down real quick before we get out of here. First, Miss Mona came in real quick here at the end. So, hey, Mona. Chip gave us a 4.5 out of 5 chips. Chip, I hope you return because I like being rated on a chip scale. So
I love a chip scale.
That's fantastic. Greg leaving here's your profound moment from Adventures by George tonight. Don't let the small minds convince you that your dreams are too big. Yes.
100%.
And then my premiere tomorrow is 5:30 Eastern time. 5:30 Eastern time.
God's time.
And God's time, yep. Mike, my picture, no, I have not had spring break. Spring break is in 2 weeks. That's when I hope to do a lot of the stuff in this room.
I'm off during spring break. I may go over there and help you do it.
So thank you. Yeah, and here's another one. Hashtag Ron said, Ron, I'm quoting Ron, PMA, positive mental attitude.
I love it.
Yes. Yes. Well, thank you guys. As I always say here at the end, next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Have a good week. Hope you'll join us over at the Cam Fam. Adios, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.